to what I believe is one of, if not Wisconsin's first C tier today.
Yep. I don't know if it's the first C tier, but it certainly is a C tier. No amount of DQs and stupid excuses can stop this tournament from being a C tier. But we're going to start with Fatalis and Eery. Eery, a technical pit player from the good state of Minnesota, and Fatalis, as you were getting to, is that mainstay in Wisconsin with the Sheik, starting with a nice combo. Incredible 11.5%.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, that percentage at that point, but also when we're talking about Fatalis, it's kind of hard to talk about Fatalis when also not talking about Pack Smash. If there's a character that this Sheik has some experience against, it's going to be the pits. So it's a question to see how can Eery really bring a lot of that pit specialty, those things like the Guardian Orbitars, to just mess up all these Fatalis, all the Sheik combo potential.
And knowing how much Pack Smash loves those Guardian Orbiters and knowing that Fatalis has that experience, I am interested to see how another pit player plays, because I don't think I've ever seen, I haven't seen very many other pit players in, at regionals like this. So this is an awesome experience. As a pit fan myself, I am excited to see how this set goes around, and being unbiased, I'm hoping that this is going to be great.
I know it's going to be great. Another thing as well is that when you when you have so much experience against a player of a certain character, and then suddenly you play someone with a completely different style, like Eery seems to be pulling off in this game number 1, it's kind of like, makes you do a double take. It's kind of as if you flipped over to the Bizarro world. All those things that you're so used to, all those options that you normally key into, they're suddenly gone. But Fatalis is saying, it doesn't matter if this is a new pit player, I'm going to show you all the practice that I took in those games.
Yeah, whether it is Eery or whether it is Pack Smash, that down tilt into the back air is going to get stocks taken. And starting with another combo, those bread and butters are so good for Sheik, leading to a 33% onto Eery's second stock, and trying to keep up the pressure, but a down air going to bring this back to even.
It's a little bit of like, that bread and butters, but it's also Fatalis is managing to weave in all the way through. He's not letting Eery set up for those things like the space fair, like the space nair, to try and do as Pit likes to. But Eery's not even going to really even need all of that. Sometimes when you get all those loose hits, you can just turn into a confirm or even just a kill with that big up smash.
And that up smash is not a super awesome move for a Pit. You really need to lead into it. And oh, great attempt, but a good air dodge from Eery to get out of that up smash of Sheik. So now bringing this to a good advantage, good grab from Fatalis, keeping Eery off stage, and we'll see what the ledge trap option is. Probably a misinput with that grab, if I'm going to be honest. But continuation, up air, mix-up, still great DI.
That DI mix-up was so close, but you also see Fatalis really willing to just sit onto that center stage. He knows that what's going to get him this win, what's going to get him that next stock, is going to be something like a tilt, something that will get a confirm into that up smash, up air. It's not going to get the kill just yet, but he is skulking. He's sharking around like that little ninja is supposed to be.
And there were I saw like 2 or 3 different attempts where a stock could have been taken in that offstage interaction, but it is going to be the up air that brings Eery down to their final stock in this game 1. But an errant F tilt is going to lead to a good combo from Eery, and then Needle just down, not a high enough percent for that conversion to take anywhere near a stock for Fatalis.
It's good damage, but Eery has not been getting a lot of these off of the down tilts necessarily. It's felt a little bit on the back foot, as Fatalis has been the one who's been crouching right in front of that Pokeball, who's been holding that center stage for the most part. But now this is where Eery can really take advantage of this, when he has Fatalis on the ledge, where just take something like a bear, something really, really hard hitting, and get into that final stop.
Yeah, I feel like it's fine if you can take a little hit from Sheik off of the ledge, because none of those little hits are going to be doing anything in terms of taking the stock, especially at 62% for Dark Pit. But nah, I'm not a huge fan of the get-up attack, but you got kind of checkmated there when you throw out all of your options, and a forward air is going to bring Fatalis down to his final stock in this game 1. Already a great set, even in this first game.
It's a great set. Eery wants to bring this to show this a little bit closer, and to bring this our first set of this block into a game number 3 already.
Yeah, and back to, and we are in best of 3, so that's important to remember. Taking that first game is even more important, and now at 100%. Only jab 1-2. Good stuff from Fatalis to stay patient, as all Sheik players must remain. And retreating, gotta have to reset.
But the stage control is completely flipped on its head. Eery seemed to be one who was taking a little bit more of that center Pokeball position, and it's brought Fatalis up to maybe not kill percent, but I'd say definitely for Sheik, more of a killing percent than a lot of other characters you might expect in this game.
And the longer that one of you is in the red percent, and then the other one who's in the lead, the more hits you take, the more it starts to pile up that pressure of being in a position to take the game, but you just can't find that opening. Sheik, even more so, is going to be that pressure it's just the pressure is building and more jab 1-2, trying to find a down tilt, trying to find any opening, staying patient is Fatalis. Good stuff with the needles, trying to find any opening to take this first game. A forward air, absolutely not, but still edge situation. Eery going for that side B yet again. Look, it's just another reset.
Yeah, and now we're like, getting into that mode, like, where Fatalis is relying a lot on those needles. They suddenly become like this massive Poe tool, like say any other of the incredible projectiles in this game, and it really puts Eery on notice. But he's living to even these ridiculously high percents, 167, but not going to be living for much longer.
Nope, and that is classic Sheik play. Waiting for the opportunity. If the percent is high enough, eventually something will take the stock and take the game, and it will be that back air, calling out another neutral getup from Eery, and that's going to put Fatalis up 1-0, firmly in the driver's seat in a best-of-3 series.
You kind of like, called that out, like, this is like, the Sheik game plan. And there's that idea, like, there's characters, for example, where you can get the kill, or there's that character, for example, who won't die. And like, Fatalis like plays Sheik at least like to a good, like, standard where you kind of have to rely on that movement. And it's rather, you might like, get a nickel and diming. I see Fatalis. But you might like, get a nickel and dime. But if you're not getting like, hit by those things, Fatalis wasn't getting hit by a lot of those confirmed. So kind of a lot of the weaknesses that you typically see from Sheik, they're completely out the window.
Yeah.
Now you just kind of get to use your own combo game, the combo game that Fatalis has been perfecting over so many years of playing this character, and really gets to display it in this game number 1.
Yeah, and we're seeing it. And Pit, and you could even kind of say that Pit and, oh, interesting. I don't think this is what they wanted.
I have a feeling we're trying to go Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, someone wanted Battlefield a little bit too much. Probably the Sheik player, but we'll see. I think it's interesting that Pit and Sheik are kind of similar in a lot of ways. But Pit definitely has more kill potential at those higher percents where Sheik is lacking in that way. But they still have a lot of those bread and butter combos, get a lot of percent early, but then struggle as that Marthritis really hits hard. More so for Sheik than Dark Pit specifically. But Fatalis is very patient, doesn't have like those like uber flashy Sheik combos that take you from like 0 to 50, 0 type stuff, but still has the ability to rack up the hits, rack up the percent, and take a game. So no slouch at all, but we'll see where Eery can go on his counter pick of Hollow Bastion.
We were talking about like all his basic, and Fatalis just started the game immediately running in and getting a pretty clean, like 45% all things considered. And what I would say was a pretty untraditional Sheik combo, just getting an immediate dash attack. But Eery, he's trying to get off this ledge and get a little bit of center stage, but Fatalis saying, no, that space under that platform, that's the Pokeball for me. We're still playing a PS2. Exactly. We never left.
Nah, if there's a circle on the ground, I'm going to stay at the outer edge of it, and I'm going to rack up damage. And Fatalis is definitely doing more of that, keeping the pressure high and staying in Eery's face. Haven't seen Eery back up or have the ability to back up, and even with that up smash, huge potential for a stock, but knowing Sheik probably wouldn't have.
Oh, I saw the vision. You could see like the gears that are turning in both these players' mind. I mean, Eery is trying to think like, maybe I can get a kill with a forward smash even at this early percent. But Fatalis is trying to think, all right, I need another 40. Then we could kill.
I need another 40. Give me stock.
I need another 40 after a long day's work.
Honestly, yeah. See these combos I'm putting in? Give me a 40. See that back here? Give me another. And this kind of feels like cheating. Or both of these characters have the different skin that blends them into the ground of Hollow Bastion. So this is harder for me. I don't think these players don't think about the commentator.
Wait, is there a game going on? I can't see any characters
yeah,
on the
I can't
screen.
see it. This is just camouflage. This is two heroes that did hocus pocus and got invisible, and now they're just brawling.
I mean, both of these players, they want to be the heroes of this tournament. Eery getting a little bit to get like your Fatalis off to the side, but there we go. That's like the big difference, I'd say, especially like between these two characters we were talking about. When you have like those raw killing moves, like say a Pit back here, which can kill just so much earlier than say like a Sheik Bear or things like that. That's like really what turns this whole matchup on its head. That's what kind of turns Fatalis and the Sheik into that character that people kind of expected.
And there's still a lot of good going on. Unfortunate that the side B led off stage, and that gave Fatalis the foot in the door he needed to keep this ledge interaction going, but able to roll around it, and Eery is able to reset. Nah, he's still getting pressure on him.
Still getting pressured, and all you got to do is just wait out for the up smash from Eery. Really, that platform, actually, it was originally, in Fatalis' favor, I'd say, for the starting game. But Eery has really been taking advantage of it a little bit and kind of catching Fatalis out when he wants to try and get in, when Eery wants to stick under that middle platform. Those up smashes have been so good. These back airs have been so good. They've been piling on a little bit more of this damage compared to that game number 1.
I love the nairs from eery to deal with the pressure of Fatalis. Fatalis is staying in his face, and those nairs are dealing with ducking under that Sheik likes to do, and also dealing with the in-your-face pressure that Sheik is also loving to do, specifically what Fatalis has been doing in this set. But a drag down forward air, nah, if you're going to spot dodge it, you're going to get jabbed. Still in eery's favor, but a good jump, and we got another neutral reset.
That was a lighter punish, but now you see the Fatalis. He's building up a house. This character looks like Steve in the middle under that that center platform, and trying to just keep eery at the ledge with a lovely tomahawk grab to kind of continue that stage presence. This has felt like the Fatalis show where eery just fighting for that center stage, for that center platform. It has furnishing. It has everything.
Yes, it has indoor plumbing. It has central AC. It has everything you need. It has a thermostat. But the one thing it lacks is that real finishing touch. I was expecting a nair there, but no! That's even better! That's the banister, the chandelier in the dining room. That up B connecting and getting the kill puts Fatalis in the driver's seat, and the more pressure with these forward airs. Another ledge situation, a grab, bouncing fish. Fatalis is incredible at this moment, looking to take this in a 2-0.
eery, he's perfectly happy, saying you might be able to get a little bit of damage, but more so than anything, you want to get Fatalis off the stage. You want to get that stage control, because that's where this comeback can start to start. You don't have Fatalis in that dead zone just yet. You don't have that stock taken at this point, but this is where you can really just confirm into something quite big.
Not getting these confirms. These down tilts are not landing. The dash attacks are the only thing that eery is really finding to find a stock, but it's still too early. Oh, that was the sweetest sweet spot of an up smash. Incredible stuff. Yep, there's that nair, keeping eery off stage, and now we are. Oh wow, that was lucky.
It's another follow-up. eery, even something as simple as a dash attack might be able to take the stock from Fatalis as I live and breathe, but Fatalis doesn't want to let that happen for any reason whatsoever.
Nah, he is trying to cut this life short of eery. Oh my gosh, what a combo. But that Fatalis is feeling himself. He knows that he's got something cooking, and that dash attack finally resetting in that fresh, stale meter, but good jabs. Oh my gosh, where are you rolling? Get off stage.
Oh, this is eery trying to keep this set alive, trying to keep this life alive. We saw how that game one went all the way up to 160%. There's a little more of a buffer room for eery to bring this back potentially, but he needs to get that initial combo starter, and it can start right here with these combos, with these grabs.
Great tech roll from Fatalis to not let the momentum slip away from this game. You got your opponent at 145%. You need to find out. Oh my gosh, the down air is the last thing you want, but at 27%, probably not going to be too dangerous. Another back air, not going to take this set for Fatalis. Not even scared of that side B, and going to jump back air 2-0 for Fatalis.
I'm having recollections, having